Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the PropTech Mavericks Season 2. So, I am your host today, Sudeep, and we are diving into conversations that matter for developers, brokers, investors, and the entire real estate ecosystem. So, where we explore the evolving world of real estate, PropTech, and contact in India and the UAE. In this podcast, a dynamic leader known for driving brand excellence and strategic growth in the real estate sector with the extensive experience in marketing, leadership, brand positioning, and revenue acceleration. He is consistently building high impact campaigns that translate vision into measurable business outcomes. So I am welcoming Mr. Sanjay, Senior VP in Marketing at Candeur Constructions. He is recognized for blending data-driven marketing with strong consumer insights, ensuring that every project narrative resonates with the right audience. His approach combines market intelligence, brand storytelling, and performance marketing, creating sustainable growth engines for developers. Hello, Mr. Sanjay. Welcome to the PropTech Mavericks Season 2.
Thank you so much, Sudeep. Thank you for inviting me to PropTech Mavericks. It has been a pleasure to be part of this podcast.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sanjay. Yes. So, just quick introduction about yourself, Mr. Sanjay.
So I come from a background of hospitality and now into reality. So having spent a decade in the hotel industry and then 2 decades in hospitality, working in Hyderabad in multiple developers as well as background of channel partner driven companies as well. Currently, I head the sales and marketing for Candeur Constructions in Hyderabad.
So, you have built your career in prop tech sales and marketing space, right? What
Right.
motivated you to choose real estate as your growth platform? And how has the industry shaped your professional trajectory compared to other high growth sectors?
I can say real estate chose me as much I chose it. So early in my career, I was in hospitality, and then from there, I was kind of drawn to sectors where my work could be kind of tangible, giving a lasting impact, where I can utilize my strategy and campaigns, where I can like kind of contribute to life-changing decisions for my family and my friends. So basically,
Mhm.
real estate got me there. Every project that I worked with, it represented some kind of somebody's financial, emotional commitments. And when I compared kind of sectors like FMCG or tech, real estate was a different, demanding sector, which kind of combined a relationship depth, brand credibility, data intelligence. This all kind of brought in together in real estate. So it's kind of a incredible dynamic range from luxury villas of and to affordable housing, complex canvas of kind of that give me kind of scope to sharpen my skills as a marketeer and strategist. Sales gives a lot of kind of long cycles that train me kind of to think beyond short-term conversions and focus on the building of brand equity. This long game discipline is something that I carry into everything that I do.
Understood. Great. So, what was your biggest marketing failure in real estate, and how did it teach you?
That's a very interesting thing. Early on, like when I kind of stepped into real estate, I kind of was driving one major developer and one major kind of residential villa project that we went on air with the fractional media like the print, hoarding, and radio without adequately investing into digital touchpoints and post nurturing kind of thing. We generated decent footfall for conversion rates, but it was disappointing. A failure kind of brought in. So the fundamental lesson uh, is that generating interest and converting intent are two different battles altogether. So we hadn't built a coherent buyer journey, a kind of a prospect seeking our billboards and then landing on a clunky website will delay follow-up was essentially a broken funnel. From that
Okay.
point, it became very strong advocate for 360 integrated marketing where every touch point from the first impression to the post booking experience is seamlessly orchestrated. That single failure kind of, you can say, that reshaped my entire marketing philosophy.
True, true, true. Correct, correct. No, that is the key area, right? Where
That's true. That's true.
yes, for the developer. Correct, correct. Okay. So in your property marketing, what actually sells faster? Emotion, data, or any urgency?
And to be honest with you, Sudeep, it is all
Mhm.
three.
Okay.
Okay. But again, the sequence has to be right. You cannot have
Mm.
one before the another in a
Correct,
mismatch
correct,
sequence. So first
correct,
is
correct.
emotion, which opens the
Huh?
door.
Mhm.
A buyer decides within the first few minutes
Mm.
whether the property project feels right for him.
Okay.
The storyline, lifestyle imagery, aspirational narratives are you like basically the entry point to somebody's mind.
Mm.
Then
Mm.
data comes
Mm.
in. Data validates the decision. Today's buyer is very sophisticated. He's so intelligent. They want market comparisons, price appreciation trends, location analytics, builder
Correct.
credibility metrics before even the
Mm.
sign in.
Got it.
Urgency
Got it.
definitely that then the data gives them the confidence. You understand?
Mm.
Yeah. So
Correct. Correct.
then they move forward rationally.
Mm.
And then we call about the urgency, where we kind of ask them to kind of take quick decisions. Then the
Mm.
trigger starts. Okay, limited inventory, price revision timelines, exclusive launch
Correct.
offers that create the momentum for commitment. But again,
Mm.
urgency only works ethically and sustainability when it really, really matters.
Correct.
Manufactured urgency doesn't actually create some kind of a distrust. So
Yes.
then, when this all three elements,
Mm.
emotion, data, and genuine urgency, they work in cohort, then only you kind of sell faster. Then you don't sell actually faster, you sell better.
Understood. Correct. Got it. Got it. So next question I have here is has technology made selling property easier or more complex?
Technology actually has, genuinely, if you ask me,
Mm.
it is easier,
Okay.
uh, both in terms of reach and precision. Today,
Mm.
digital platforms allow target to the right buyer profile across geography, income brackets, behavioral signals with incredible accuracy.
Mm.
Virtual tours have started, 3D walkthroughs have come in, AI powered chatbots are reducing the entire timeline, the friction time in early stage
Correct.
investors.
Correct.
But
Correct.
today, technology has done one more bad thing also. It has
Mm.
raised the bar
Mm.
typically. Buyer is
Yes.
very much informed. He
Correct.
knows 10 projects. He knows how to read the reviews. He goes through the RERA registration. He
Correct.
scrutinizes developers' track record online.
Correct.
He goes through between what is the developer's background, how much did he promise in previous projects, how much did he deliver.
Mm.
So then he starts doing that. So technology actually has brought us as developers. Today, the
Mm.
technology has brought us to become better marketeers,
Mm.
to be more honest, more transparent.
Correct.
The developer and sales team that today embrace this accountability, and one that is the one who do it, they are the thriving in the market.
Great. Great. That's really true. So how do you build trust with today's digital aware buyers?
Trust. Trust today, honestly, is built by thorough radical transparency and consistent proof. Today, the digital aware buyer actually doesn't take your words, they
Mm.
verify. So, the first
Mm.
step in ensuring everything you put out is first put the pricing, project status, legal clearances, construction timelines, like
Mm.
this. And of course, it is very easy to kind of verify and scrutinize all these things. And
Mm.
then today's social media is very, very powerful.
Correct.
Testimonials from existing residents, video
Yes.
walkthroughs, completed
Yes.
projects timelines, and
Correct.
real-time construction updates.
Progress. Yes. Exactly
Yes,
correct.
and on
Mm.
social media, this creates the
Mm.
credibility.
Mm.
This no advertisement can replicate.
True.
And third is the responsiveness that builds trust. A buyer who gets a prompt, informed reply,
Mm.
whether from a chatbot or a sales executive, he feels valued. Today, a buyer wants to be impressed. He wants to be pampered. So delayed and scripted response are trust killers. People start putting it on social media saying, boss, You have been just copy pasting and things going on. And then the most important part among all these things, the post booking communication, which is mostly neglected by every builder. Today I will tell you, even national builders are missing out that key point of the post booking construction, the communications.
mm, mm,
Okay,
mm.
the buyers have to be kept informed through the construction
Correct.
milestone, app-based update, prompt grievance redressal, so many things. So
Yes.
those areas builders actually miss out, and today also they are missing out drastically. So
True,
it's a
true.
learning phase for everybody. Trust isn't built
Correct.
at the point of sale.
Correct.
It is built through the entire ownership of the journey.
Correct. Correct. Because as you said, so the customers are well aware about the developers and the project. So these people also has to
They
be
are more learned today with the advent of internet. They know everything.
correct.
I always say that the customer is more aware than the salesperson.
Mm, mm, mm. Correct. That is true. Yes. Correct. Okay. So how do you align sales team and marketing team without friction?
Yeah, that is a challenge for me because I handle both the departments. So this is the
Uh-huh.
most important operational challenge that I face on a day in and day out. So friction basically comes from misaligned KPIs.
Mm,
So marketing is measured on leads, sales on conversion. So each
correct.
blames each other.
Correct.
When number doesn't happen, they start. Nobody wants to take the hit.
Correct.
Okay, but basically there's accountability that has to be brought in.
Mm,
So I always push for joint ownership for the pipeline matrix.
mm,
Marketing takes partial responsibility for the lead to visit conversion, and sales acknowledges the same. So that's basically
mm,
a partly a reflection of the larger accuracy that we look at.
mm.
So we make the team sit together, do a same review in the same point on the
Acha.
same dashboard, and then
Mm,
alignment happens.
okay. Okay. Mm,
Mm.
mm,
So basically, beyond structure,
mm,
it is about creating a feedback loop. Sales team have the good ground level insights, buyer objection, competition, like kind of comparisons, pricing issues, and then they go for the market. They know the basically the marketers, the team, they will know about all this feedback, and they go back to the drawing board, and then
mm,
they kind of rework on the entire plans.
mm, mm. So Sanjay, if you had to rebuild your real estate brand from zero today, what would
Mhm.
you do differently?
I would start with community before commerce.
Great. Mm, mm,
Today's most powerful real estate brands are not built on project launches, but on
mm,
thorough leadership, lifestyle content, and genuine value delivered to potential buyers.
mm.
Okay. Long before they are kind of put in the market, I would invest heavily into the ownership of the media, a YouTube channel, a hyper-local neighborhood guide, a podcast like
Mhm,
what you're doing on home ownership, an Instagram presence that
mhm,
educates rather than just giving advertisements.
mhm, mhm.
Basically, the idea, if I can give a thing, is to give ownership, become the most trusted voice in buyer's orbit. That way, I can become the first person to be reached out by anybody.
Correct. Correct. Mm. So that is more important today in
Yes,
this
today's
market.
transparency is very important. A buyer wants an
Yes.
honest person who is not trying to sell him. He is trying
Mm.
to position it for the buyer's
Yes.
transparency.
Yes. And also advising him what he wants exactly.
Exactly. He wants to be, he is already knowledgeable, he is already educated. Somebody to
Correct.
guide him the right way.
Mm. True. True. Great. So I have one more last question for you. So having seen the evolution of Indian real estate, how do you think platforms like Habitat and other PropTech solutions can empower developers to improve sales efficiency and customer trust?
Platforms like Habitat, honestly, they represent exactly the kind of infrastructure Indian real estate ecosystem has been waiting for.
Mhm,
Okay, sector has historically suffered from opacity in pricing, project status, developer credibility, and the
mhm,
opacity has been single biggest barrier to buyer confidence. So when PropTech platforms can do uniquely in creating a structured, verifiable layer of information and interact that benefits all stakeholders. For
mhm,
developers, it means a smarter CRM backbone like what you're doing right now,
mhm,
data-driven lead management, and real-time analytics. That is what
mhm,
kind of
mhm.
Habitat and similar kind of platforms are giving. that
mm,
translate into better sales efficiency and reduce cost per acquisition. Today, cost of lead has gone up so much, people have to
mm,
rethink to plan their entire marketing budgets.
mm, mm,
And
mm.
again, today for a buyer, it becomes more transparent. They know that it is better sales, better decision making that they can do, and then end-to-end
Correct.
experience is what they're getting in these platforms.
Correct. True. 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 So that was a fantastic conversation and some very valuable insights, Mr. Sanjay. Thank you so much for joining. And to our listeners, thank you for turning in. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to follow, subscribe to the podcast so we never miss conversations with leaders from the real estate and prop tech ecosystem. Until next time, this is Sudeep signing off. Thank you.
Thank you so
Stay
much, Sudeep,
informed,
for
stay
inviting me here.
inspired, stay informed, stay inspired, and keep building the future of real estate.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Yes, you.
Sudeep, for inviting me here. It
Thank
was a
you. Thank you,
really
Sanjay.
nice
Yes.
interaction.
Thank you. Thank you.